Hi guys, coffee break tutorial time again. I'm on a little bit earlier than usual today. So it's a morning coffee tutorial. And today I want to talk a little bit about website traffic and some of the ideas around that. So far with our coffee break tutorials, we've been looking a lot at SEO and analytics and all that kind of stuff. It's around website traffic anyway. So working on your search engine optimization, it's basically a way of getting people to come to your website. And we talked about keywords to optimize your search engine optimization. And the last one we looked at Google Analytics to see what's going on, see if people are actually coming to your website and how they're getting there and what they're doing when they get there. So if you haven't seen those, they're still on the page, on my Clear Creative page. So you can go back and check those out. They'll be there, they're not going anywhere. So today, website traffic. So first of all, why do you want website traffic and why should that be important for your business? Instead of doing social media stuff or exclusively email marketing, the point of having people come all the way to your website is it's your online headquarters. When I talk to people about developing websites and digital strategies, I often use the term an online hub. So a website never exists in isolation. And this is something that I say again and again. A website never exists in isolation. Social media feeds the traffic. Influencers and collaborators, they send people your way by hosting a link or sharing a link. Your email marketing efforts, that's another thing that feeds into your website traffic to have returning traffic. And all these things feed into this idea of an online hub. So you're not just exclusively doing Instagram and have that be, oh great, I've got 1 million followers on Instagram, but it's not actually doing anything for business if it's not bringing people to your HQ, your online hub website, bits and bobs. Sorry, lost myself in that sentence. So you're bringing people into your world. On social media, it's a fantastic tool to get passing traffic, like with hashtags and with shares. But when you bring people over all the way over to your website, you're controlling the environment on your website. You've got your brand, you've got your look and feel. And something that I say at the beginning of a lot of web development projects with my clients, it's think about how you want people to feel, what you want them to know, and what you want them to do when they get onto your website. So this is something that it kind of gets the ball rolling on what kind of interaction you want people to have when they arrive to your website. So by getting people onto your website, you bring them into your world and you have more control over that environment. So for example, if you want them to do something like buy or subscribe or whatever that action is, you have more control over that environment so that you can do it. So your online hub is a combination of your website, social media, and other marketing efforts like email marketing. So some of the myths, well, they're kind of myths. I just want to go into a little bit of detail about website traffic, because as soon as you start searching about how to increase your traffic, you're going to see all these ads. So with Google and Facebook algorithms, they can see what you're looking for and they'll put ads in front of you based on what you're searching for. That's the way it works on online, to why you see the ads that you see. And as soon as you start building websites and stuff, you're going to see all these ads and sponsored posts about take my free class or sign up for an ebook and all this kind of stuff, which can lead you down 20 different directions, and it means you're never going to get anywhere. So the 5 things that I'm going to just touch on today, it's all things that drive traffic to your website, and there are various things around those 5 points. So there's SEO, social media, blogging, email marketing, and advertising. So I'm going to go through those one by one. So SEO, I've already talked at length about SEO being really time consuming. It's very valuable because it's basically organic reach. So you're putting in time and effort for free traffic. So the more love you put into it and the more well thought out it is, the more likely that it's going to get you in front of people on search engines such as Google. So SEO takes a lot of work and it's not instantaneous. You put the work in now, maybe 6 months, 12 months time, it's really going to start paying off. So be prepared for investment of time and effort. and to treat SEO as an ongoing task rather than something that you pop into at the beginning and then never do again. So that's SEO. The second one is social media. So as a general rule, most people are on at least one social media platform for their business. So I'm on a couple of them. Facebook being one, here I am. Instagram is another one, and I have a totally different vibe there. And LinkedIn is another one, again, another vibe on there. So depending on what social media platform you're on, you're going to speak to that certain audience that you have there. So generally, I'm kind of myself on all these platforms, but I'll be more businessy on LinkedIn. I'll be more aspirational on Instagram, and here it's just my businessy stuff that I talk about on Facebook. So with social media, the myth around that is that it's going to, like, building a social media profile and loads of followings is going to be really, really good for your business. And it really can be, but there has to be some other end point. Having loads of likes and shares and followers and connections, it's great to have, but you have to be driving it somewhere. So if you have a huge LinkedIn following and you're just sharing stuff from The Entrepreneur or Gary Vaynerchuk and all these kind of people, it's not doing anything for you other than saying, hey, look, this is what I'm interested in. But if you're sharing stuff on your social media platforms that drive traffic back to your website, that's kind of the whole point. So having your social media following and likes and shares, it's great to build your reputation, but if there's an endpoint, it's even better. So bringing people to your website to do a certain thing, sign up, follow, buy, whatever it is. So social media, great to drive traffic, but you have to have like a strategy in there that's going to bring people all the way to your website and then do the thing that you want them to do when they get there. So blogging, this is the next point, is blogging, and it ties back into social media and to SEO, because that can be all part of an integrated social media content marketing strategy. So blogging, it's basically showing off that you know loads of stuff about the service that you're selling or the product that you make or sell. So it's an opportunity to really show your expertise, and then having that content on your website means that you can share it out on social media, which brings people back to your website. So blogging is, again, another thing that takes a whole bunch of time. So you have to figure out what people want to read, who those people are, what they're interested in, what their pain points are, and what's going to entice them to come all the way to your website to read an article and then stick around and read more. So blogging is part of an SEO or content marketing strategy, and it's very valuable. So you can share your expertise, you can share your journey, like your business development journey, or the reason that you do what you do, insights, observations, all these kind of things. Relatable content is really good. So people see something they can relate to, they're going to go and read more because they see themselves in it. Or just, it really has to be some kind of value. You can't just be churning out poor quality posts and expect it to explode your business. That's not how it works. It has to be valuable for the people. And at that point on your blog, you can have some kind of incentive for them to subscribe or buy, or some kind of offer there. So again, bringing them into your world to bring them on a journey to do the action that you want them to do, buy, subscribe, or whatever that is. Which brings us on to mailing list. So mailing list, it's like I use MailChimp, and there are like loads of other platforms out there that you can use for low cost or for free. But having a mailing list, it means you have more ownership of the interaction between your subscriber than you would have on social media. So again, going back to social media, Facebook pages took a hit a couple of years ago because they don't show up in the newsfeed for people unless it's a paid or boosted post or an ad. So that's something that's an example of a lot of people spent a lot of time and money building their Facebook pages. And then Facebook just said, hey, you want to reach these people, now you have to pay for it. So that's an example of how social media can just go, yeah, we're changing the rules, and you agree to the terms and conditions, so we can do whatever we want. Mailing lists are slightly different. in that somebody has agreed that you can email them. So you've got their email address. You have to be careful with it. Go back to the GDPR video because you have to protect any personal data that you collect. But a mailing list means you basically have permission to email somebody rather than being at the mercy of social media terms and conditions and changes that they might bring about. So a mailing list is great. You can communicate with people on their own terms and you're arriving all the way into their inbox. There's a new thing now, social media bots, BOTS, like robots. And there's the Messenger bot, which is exploding the web marketing industry at the minute. And it's something that I'll be talking about another time. But it's kind of like email marketing, but direct to the Messenger app on Facebook. And there's similar things on other platforms. But anyway, mailing list, very valuable because you can use it on your own terms. And even though you're using a platform like MailChimp, you can download your list of subscribers at any time, as long as you know that you're going to keep it safe, keep that data safe. So advertising is the last one, and it's paid reach. I see I'm over time already. I'm over 10 minutes already. But advertising, it's like a shortcut. It's like the shortcut rather than doing a load of SEO work. So you're skipping the queue by just going, okay, here's an ad, here's a few quid, Google, and put me at the top of the search results pages. The only thing about advertising is once you stop paying, you stop appearing at the top of the search results page. So, and it's not about just throwing a few quid at an ad. It takes a while to understand how to set those things up. So again, it comes into understanding your audience and putting the right keywords and stuff in there. So it's a shortcut, but you also have to invest a bit of time and money into it as well. So website traffic, there's loads of elements to it, loads of things that you can do to build it. And I hope that was maybe a little bit helpful to get an understanding about it. So you can use a combination of these 5 things. There are obviously loads of other things that you can do to build traffic. But realistically, find what works for you and for your audience rather than just following the advice of the latest webinar or the latest blog post that you've read. So that's it. Yeah, find out what works for you, your schedule, your style of communication, and what resonates with the people that you're trying to reach. So that's website traffic, a little bit of myth busting and a little bit of an overview. I hope you found it helpful. Again, if you know anybody who would benefit from these tutorials, please do tag them, share it out, and like if you've gotten something out of it today. And if you have any questions, do let me know, guys. I'm here to help. Have a great day. Bye.